Sacramento Mustang. In this video today we're going to talk about Total Control Products Coilover Conversion Kit for your early Mustang. Total Control has quickly become probably one of the most innovative aftermarket companies for suspension components for the early Mustangs. They offer quite a few kits and most of them are direct bolt-on, requiring little to no modification to the vehicle. This particular kit is their full coilover conversion. It comes with complete uppers, lowers, strut rod, coilover shocks, and everything you need to put it in. We're going to look a little closely at this kit and what makes it such a great addition to your Mustang. Well, let's start by taking a closer look at probably the most innovative part of this whole kit. This is Total Control's fully adjustable upper control arm. This control arm has a few more features than you'll find on most of the aftermarket control arms. Probably the most unique part is the adjustability. These turnbuckles actually allow you to adjust the camber and caster of this control arm with the front end of your car while everything is installed without using shims. No longer do you have to get inside the engine compartment, undo the two nuts, push everything apart, slide shims in. You literally do it by just putting a couple turns on the turnbuckles. Again, the camber and caster can be adjusted completely by the upper control arm. They also do include adjustable lockouts for your lower control arm, so you can also do some minor adjustment with that as well, as far as track widths and so forth. Another unique feature of this arm, and something unique to Total Control, is the introduction of the drop shaft. They sell this kit actually two different ways. We can get this with a standard configuration where the holes are down to lower position, like what you would see on a standard control arm or any of the other normal aftermarkets. But they now offer this kit with this nice machine piece that actually is a drop bracket. These will mount in the factory holes that are in your shock tower and actually drop the pivot point down roughly about an inch. So this mimics that Shelby drop that everybody's after to get a little better negative camber out of your front end without having to drill extra holes where you can possibly make a mistake or get it wrong or go too far. This is all done and thought out for you. Other nice feature on their control arms is they actually use a standard 4-bolt ball joint. Things wear out just like your standard ball joints, but down the road, instead of having to go back to Total Control to get a specific unique piece, you can literally get it at any auto parts store. It's a standard 4-bolt ball joint for the early Mustang upper control arms. Nice little features, so you're not linked to them down the road for replacement parts. Well, this is Total Control's lower control arm that is included in their coilover conversion. This arm also has some unique features. Not only is it a heavy-duty tubular design, which is a huge upgrade over the factory stamp style control arm, it has a spherical style rear pivot point. Now this actually doesn't have any rubber in it. It actually has a Delron insert, and as you can see here, it actually has a little dial or an adjuster on it. So over the years, as it wears or loosens up, you simply can remove the set screw, put a couple turns on this, and tighten it right back up as if it was brand new. The other nice feature of these control arms is the ball joint. This is a screw-in style heavy-duty ball joint. It's actually off of a Dodge application. It is also something that is readily available at your local auto parts store. So again, it's not necessarily a unique piece that you're tied to anybody. You can literally go and get this down the street at Napa, Kragen's, or whoever you have in your general vicinity. Well, this is really the heart of Total Control Products bolt-in coilover conversion kit. This is their shock and spring assembly. This particular one is a Verishock single adjust unit. They also offer this in a dual adjust, so you can adjust the rebound and the compression independent of each other. Also, another option that you have with this setup is the ability to change the spring. You can run a stiffer or a lighter spring depending on the size of motor or what you're going to be using the car for. These other components you see here are the mounting brackets for this assembly. This is the upper shock mount. This actually mounts right where your existing shock tower cap is. That comes out. This points downward into the shock tower assembly. Now this is really the only area where you need to modify the chassis to use this kit. On the underside there is a coil locating ring. It's held in by 3 spot welds. Total Control includes a bit for drilling out the spot welds. Once that's removed, this unit here actually mounts from the underside and gets bolted together just to give you some additional support around the tower for the added weight. This unit here is the lower mount. Now this mounts on top of your strut rod on the lower control arm. This spring assembly actually passes through the upper control arm and mounts on the outmost position on your lower control arm. Basically, it reduces the unsprung weight a little bit by actually having the ability to run a lighter spring. One of the great things about this kit is that it is truly a complete front-end conversion kit. This is their adjustable lower strut rod assembly. Now this assembly is a direct bolt-in and actually can be used with your stock suspension if you buy it independently of the kit. A couple of the benefits to this, it does have a built-in steering limiter. This is something that all Mustangs have. Without that little bracket, it's very easy to blow out a gearbox just by bumping a curb or what have you. On this end, what you'll find is another spherical style bearing. It's a Delron insert that, like the lower control arm, also has the ability to be tightened up over time by just turning this inner ring. This unit is a direct bolt-in, mounts in the exact location like your factory one does, and overall is very effective at eliminating any bind or movement in your suspension. The coilover conversion kits are an excellent way for improving the handling of your car. These kits, when ordered, are again a custom application. Normally allow roughly about 5 days for them to be assembled and delivered. If you have any additional questions or anything that wasn't covered in this video, please feel free to give us a call at 916-484-3434. Thank you.